What is up, everybody? Mikey Panzernator here with Dapeeks.
How y'all doing?
And we're continuing on with our Hearts of Iron 4 Beginner's Guide tutorial series. I'm trying to show this young grasshopper the ropes, how how to Reich like a pro, that sort of thing. So we're getting align Hungary, which will align Hungary to our side. And probably, maybe align Romania too. We do want to go for that extra research slot at some point. And, you know, of course, we want to get things moving with the war. So, what do you want to do? You want to do first Vienna Award?
Isn't that kind of contradictory to what we just did?
No, it's not. This gives Hungary land, so they'll make them happier.
Do you want German war economy or integrate war economy, just by the way?
Integrate war economy because it makes Romania and Hungary puppets. But we'll do that later. We might have to do German war economy.
Do we want to start on the air innovation so we can do strategic air effort?
No, we don't need to do that.
Okay.
Not now. Again, remember, we don't get airplane techs until 1940. So we have time.
Right. First Vienna Award.
First Vienna Award. Hopefully you will get these event pop-ups and not me. Alright, so we can have another law. We could either... We could get army guys, or we could get a fleet designer. Or if you want to switch out the airplane.
No, we haven't done anything with the airplanes, which is why I don't want to switch it out.
Yeah.
A fleet designer. What's the rating fleet?
So if you mouse over it, Atlantic Fleet basically makes our capital ships more armor and more firepower. What a raiding fleet does is it makes our carriers have a smaller deck size, but they're less detectable and basically makes all of our ships faster, do less damage though, but be harder to detect, and yeah, faster and harder.
I don't really care about the Navy sans U-boats.
What's that?
I mean, I really don't care about the Navy except for U-boats, so I guess I'll do the raiding fleet.
I like Atlantic Fleet designer.
Why? But I don't want to do capital ships.
But capital ships are fun.
That's why we play World of Warships.
Well, I don't really know.
There's no point of a capital ship if the submarine's just going to come up and sink you. Damn it! Mikey!
We are the submarines. I am the Senate.
Oh my god! I wanted to pick the other one.
Okay, well you can do that when you play.
Okay.
This is expert advice here. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no negatives to taking the Atlantic Fleet designer.
Yeah, but the Tirpitz and the Bismarck were stupid.
Well, we're not going to use them like the Germans did. We're going to keep all our ships in one giant doom stack, and it's going to work, okay?
Fine. I'm switching it out when we get another 150.
This does nothing.
I don't care. It's a matter of principle now.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. That's fine. I don't think it matters too much. Honestly, all we really need a fleet to do is cross the English Channel. And we could...
U-boat! We starve them!
Submarines are very squishy. Oh! Good job, Japan. They did a naval landing. They did multiple naval landings. Teleports behind you. Nothing personal. References. Achtung. So, yeah, what are we doing? First Vienna Award. That's right. Yep, that'll make Hungary like us.
Aren't you gonna do division design this episode?
Yes. So let's go. I'm gonna slow it down to speed 1. Let's go to division designer. So let's go to infantry. So remember,
how do you get a division designer again?
So you see under the division designer, there's the train button, and then there's the edit button. Click on edit.
I don't know where division designer is.
It's recruit and deploy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the sidebar for recruit and deploy.
Okay.
Edit. All right, so you have infantry open.
Yep. Edit.
So we can do a couple things. Well, we can select which division we want. We can change the naming scheme. So we can do infantry divisions. We can, name SS divisions, Marine, Panzer, late alternative infantry divisions. Let's do that. We can change the naming scheme. So under support battalions, right?
Late alternative is what you want to do?
Yeah, late alternative. So under the support battalions, click to add. So remember how we research field hospitals and recon companies?
Yep.
Add
hospital.
Add both of those. Remember,
I want to add anti-air now.
We're not building anti-air, so no. And then so then looking at the infantry thing, there's one stat I want to look to you. In the middle, the combat stat's the one at the bottom, combat with. See how it's 18? It's the center column of the stats. It's the one at the bottom.
Okay.
Combat with, right?
Yeah.
Every combat by default is a width of 80. And every extra province you're adding from adds some. So basically there are 3 increments. There are 3 combat widths you want your divisions to be at. You either want them to be at 10, 20, or 40. Why? Because that means they fit within the allowed combat width perfectly. So you see how we're at 18, right?
Uh-huh.
So if we add another infantry battalion, it would be 20. But what we should do, what I like to do, is switch out 2 infantry battalions for artillery. Now, 1 artillery battalion has a combat width of 3, while a regular infantry battalion has a combat width of 2. So switch out two of these infantry guys for artillery.
Done.
And you'll see a couple things. So our soft attack goes up, our hard attack goes up, our breakthrough goes up, our piercing goes up. Some stuff goes down, but those, it's all relative. This is kind of the bread and butter design that pretty much every Hoi player, Reddit, YouTube, anywhere where Hoi players talk, will tell you 7-2 infantry is like the goal if you're a smaller country, and the bread and butter if you're a bigger country. So by 7-2, they mean 7 infantry battalions and 2 artillery battalions, right?
Okay, save it.
So save. And what that'll do is that'll change our design. It'll, give the infantry guys the equipment they need and all that, and that is good. So now let's go to our Panzer divisions.
Edit.
Edit. So notice how their combat. Okay, so first of all, add the field hospitals to them. Do that because field hospitals are good. And then notice their combat width is 12.
Yeah.
So we want to. So there's another thing. So one thing about tank divisions. You could theoretically do pure tank divisions and not have this mix of tank and motorized. The reason you don't do that is because the stat called organization, it's under base stats, it's the 3rd one.
It goes down.
The higher your organization, the longer you can be in a fight. So you don't want your organization to be too low. So
we're going to swap out some of these light tanks for medium tanks?
No, we're going to design pure medium tank divisions.
Okay.
So what I normally do is I remove I'll edit this division, and so you can just kind of see what I'm talking about.
All right.
So I usually just go down to only 3 armor battalions, and then I put it up to 4 motorized divisions, and that gets us up to a combat with the 14. In the research screen, if you go in the research screen for tanks, notice how at each tank there's like a sub box next to each tank. There are 3 sub boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 is anti-air, 1 is artillery, and 1 is anti-tank. Those are variants, or self-propelled variants. So like like for the Americans, the M7 Priest. It's not a tank, it's a self-propelled artillery piece, right?
Yeah.
So you can research self-propelled artillery. You don't want to add line artillery like we did to the infantry to the Panzer divisions, because that lowers the speed.
Yeah.
Just like it would make sense, your division moves at the speed of its slowest battalion. So for our light tanks, we want to research and build light self-propelled artillery, and for our medium tanks, we want to research medium self-propelled artillery. So whenever we have some research slots, let's remember to do that. Now go back to Recruit and Deploy and open up the edit page for the light Panzer division, or the light tanks. Okay, so you see what I kind of did?
Yeah.
Okay, so click on the duplicate button. What that does is it creates a new division, and this one we're going to use for our medium panzers. So you can change the designs or whatever, and what you can do is click on the light tanks and switch them all to medium tanks. And basically we'll have the same division design except medium tanks instead of light tanks.
It won't. What? Boy. It's not letting me switch the last one to medium.
It should.
Well, it's not.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
It's saying I can get mobile battalion, infantry battalion, or armored battalion.
Oh, no, that one. Okay, that you just do, click on armored battalion. The first one, you have to pick what type of battalions you're doing. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, so, yeah, that's why. I should have said that.
Save.
Save. And medium tank template 1, there you go. I'm just gonna rename it to medium panzers because flavor reasons, right? And
it's
so
as if you have a Panzer fetish.
What's that?
It's almost as if you have a Panzer fetish.
It's not a fetish as much as it is a historical appreciation. the theme of this channel might be German tanks, even though I prefer naval battles. It's a real identity crisis, okay?
Just call it Scharnhorstnator.
It doesn't have the ring to it.
Nice now, Nader.
Nice Nader.
Nice Nader.
Nice Nader. Welcome to World of Warships. My name's Nice Nader, and we're playing the Nice now. Okay, so click on one of our click on Heinz Guderian.
Heinz.
Okay, so you see how so some of our light tanks lost some of their training.
Yeah.
That's because, we gave them the equipment, we switched them around. So sometimes whenever we also need to do something so that we also need to change up the SS. I'm just going to add field hospitals. Once we get the light self-propelled artillery, we'll make a 7-2 infantry battalion, but this time motorized, right?
Alrighty.
So remember whenever you have a research, maybe we can go for self-propelled artillery. So, what are y'all doing? So if you look at Heinz Guderian, yeah, most of his troops are, well, they need some retraining. So we can just, we could reassign them to the training army or not. But I'm just gonna tell the whole army to exercise, since they'll be there in no time. Or another thing you can do is you can select all the ones that don't need it. Just put it kind of in a dummy army and just tell them to train and then switch them from one to the other. Okay, I'm going to... we have a lot of civilian factories. I'm going to build some more military factories. Yeah, just because we can. So you kind of get that?
Yep.
Okay, so so you see that extra army I created? How everyone's kind of training up. So once they're done, just switch them back to Heinz. All right, so let's research one of these self-propelled variants, right?
Alrighty.
Wait, so this will use the researcher boost on him though. So do we want to do that?
Yeah.
So the middle one is the artillery one. So do you want to research the Vesp or the Grill? Basically, do you want self-propelled artillery for medium or for the light tanks? Or what we could do is we could get the Leopard as soon as possible, since we are going to use light and medium tanks.
Leopard.
Let's get the Leopard then. Go for it. You got it?
Yep. Oh wait, did I had to do that?
Oh, well, I just thought you might want to do it. I'll do it.
Sorry.
I'll do it.
Separate.
Okay, so first Vienna award. Let's do Fate of Czechoslovakia.
Alrighty.
So that'll basically do it.
Okay.
So we're about to get a.
You got the research done, or should I do it?
I did both. I did both.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was lost in something.
No, it's fine. So we're about to get an event pop up for the first Vienna award. I think. Maybe? Anyone? Oh. Did you do it?
No.
Did you give Southern Slovakia to Hungary?
No.
Well, that's what happened. Hungary got Southern Slovakia. And we okay. So right click on Hungary. Notice in the diplomacy screen they would accept an invitation to our faction.
Yeah.
But we need 40% world tension. So this is good. Hungary would join our side, and that's basically all we need to know from that. So our infantry battalions actually don't need retraining, which is very nice.
So let's increase some tension, invade some people.
Trust me, the tension is going to go up once we take Czechoslovakia, once we start demanding stuff from Poland. Trust me, that tension is going to go up pretty soon.
Liebenstrom.
Liebenstrom. Gotta.
Excuse my pronunciation.
No, it's Lieben, not Lieben. And then some German viewers gonna be like, "You stupid Americans, you're saying it wrong." That's not even a German accent.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
I get the idea.
What on earth? Oh, we have a lot of oil now because our synthetics are doing good. Tungsten. Let's trade with Sweden because, well, that's historical.
You said no.
Huh?
You said no.
No, they'll give us some. Sweden will trade with us. You know what happens if Sweden stop trading with Germany?
Invades.
They get invaded. Meanwhile they only design the Bofors and the Orlikin for the Allied navies. That's what I call war profiteering. Smart Swedes. Alright, MIFO bills! Always MIFO bills. Alright, computing machine. Okay, so one last thing before we end the episode. So we got computing machine, right?
Yep.
You see the two texts on either side, encryption or decryption?
Mm-hmm.
These are very good. If you have higher decryption than your opponent has decryption, than encryption, you get to see their national focuses and you get a bonus against them in combat.
So I want decryption.
So you want decryption and you want to stay as current on these texts as possible. So once you're finished researching this, if you click on like the United Kingdom and look at their focus tree, right now you can see what they're going for, but you can't see what they've already taken. You can see like which mutually exclusive paths they've taken, but if we have higher decryption than encryption, we get to see which focuses they've taken. So you get to see, kind of what they've done and what decisions they made, which, is helpful when trying to see what's going to happen. But anyways, that is it for this guide. If y'all have any questions, feel free to leave a question in the comments. I will be sure to answer it as soon as and as accurately as possible. If this guide was entertaining or helpful, please be sure to leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel, follow me on Twitter, or checking out my Patreon page. Thank you all so much for watching. Until the next one, this is Mikey Panzernator signing out. See ya, nerds.